Hello, my name is Vaibhav, just a regular One Piece fan sharing my theories with you all. Let's get started. The Forgotten Origin, Moon, Lunarians, and the Birth of Enslavement. Before pirates roamed the seas, before Gol D Roger reached Laugh Tale, before even the world government came into being, there was the moon. And on it, a civilization so powerful it rivaled gods. This is the untold story of the Moon People, the Lunarians, their fall, and the rise of the devil. This is the origin of Joyboy and the will of D. Long before the current timeline of One Piece, there was life on the moon. A technologically advanced race known as the Lunarians thrived there. They were not divine, but their technology made them godlike in the eyes of others. Their greatest invention was the Mother Flame, a miraculous energy source that could convert dreams into reality. With it, they created magnificent floating cities, weapons, and technology far beyond comprehension. But the moon's resources were limited, and its population was growing. The Lunarians turned their eyes to Earth. Down below, Earth was already inhabited by diverse races: humans, giants, fishmen, dwarves, and more. Of them, the giants were physically the most dominant, but they were vulnerable to climate disasters like the Ice Age, which wiped out many of their kind, as seen in Orz's tale. The Lunarians saw an opportunity. Using their technology, they descended from the moon to Earth, not as peaceful migrants, but as conquerors. They subdued the native species using the power of the Mother Flame. And in a show of complete domination, they reshaped Earth's geography. They created the Red Line, a massive artificial ring-like continent around the globe, and elevated their elite cities into the sky, thus giving birth to the Sky Islands and solidifying their status as gods above. They enslaved Earth's races and ruled for centuries and used as test subjects for experiments. Their experiment of animal created an artificial race of Sulongs, an experimental medicine on fishermen for temporarily boosting their energy. Not all Lunarians were evil. One Lunarian, a visionary named Hero Mamden. Yes, you heard it right. Nico Robin mentioned him in Alabaster, where she supposedly read poneglyphs. As it never got confirmed in Spites or canon she was telling the truth or not, we assume it was fake. But what if she was actually reading the poneglyph, but just the part not related to ancient weapons? Mamden, a Lunarian hero, saw the cruelty and injustice inflicted upon the Earthlings and chose a different path. He lived among the slaves, heard the stories of imaginary figure Nika. He decided to help them and taught them the secrets of the Mother Flame. Desperate for freedom, the Earth slaves attempted to use the Mother Flame to liberate themselves, but their understanding was incomplete. In a tragic twist, they split the divine energy of the Mother Flame into two opposing forces. The first double fruit, Hito Hito no Mi, modeled Nika, a fruit representing hope, liberation, and the dream of freedom. 2. The devil itself, Imu, a dark sentient entity born from chaos, a spiritual parasite forged from corrupted dream energy. Hero Mamdin consumed the Nika fruit and became the first Joyboy, the warrior of liberation. Alongside Imu, who at the time masqueraded as a noble ally, he led the revolution. This battle became known as the First Great War. It marked the fall of Lunarian supremacy. The enslaved races united and overthrew their masters. Humans now rule the moon, started exploiting its resources, which we will discuss in next video. The Lunarians who survived had no choice but to remain on Earth. Their celestial home was lost forever. A peace treaty was forged between races. Uranus was entrusted to the surviving Lunarians. Pluton, a massive warship, was granted to humans. Poseidon, the power to command sea kings, was gifted to the fishmen, but the devil was not done. The first act of peace was not the end, it was the calm before an even darker storm. From a shattered moon to a burning earth, from divine flames to cursed fruits, this was only the beginning. In the next episode, we uncover how humans, once freed, became enslavers themselves, how Imu began harvesting souls, and how Joyboy fell,